if you're gonna do two
Okay.
on the back and one on the front.
Well, let's make it different then. I don't know that I necessarily want it to be wider, but let's start slapping some big cargos on here and see what they look like. Pound Coin, I hope you don't mind. I think I'm sticking with the glamour armor. Let me know if you have a different armor skin you prefer. But I think I like the glamour armor with the skin. Maybe the retro future would look really good.
Are you reading my chat? Because I think it's mostly for you.
6 wide, two cargos side by side, still even width. Okay, okay. We got the challenge.
There you go. Plus, he says, plus with Izzy's, you get all of the other features like refinery assembly, queue balancing, LCD displays, cargo sorting, etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong. And to think, I think that script has been around for ages, and it's still so good.
Nah,
And I'm
neon
sure.
pink with glamour was exactly what I had in mind.
You got it.
Yeah.
Neon pink with glamour. So if we do this, yep. If we go this one here, oh, it doesn't like the mount points that way. No, it's not that. It's that I have no interior plates. I got it. Yeah, yeah. I should be able to slap that down that way.
Well, the hydro transport is glamour green. So this should be
I would
glamour
say
red.
I'm gonna say that's lime, because what is that? Yeah, that's super saturated
Oh, it
lime.
is. But
So we kind of have like glamour watermelon,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I guess that's the rind to this one's flesh. Now that actually just sounds kind of morbid. Is two side by side overkill? That's the question. Because if we do even more than that, then this is we're well out of the range of hand drilling. But also, could we make this ship be capable of drilling?
Well, everything we have found has been really close to the surface. So we could
Mm.
very easily put a
Hmm.
drill on here. Kind of like we did in our, pre-test world. The little drill thing on the back.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna slim up the underside here just a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking it was. Yeah, I was trying to say something, but then it sounded kind of mean. And I didn't want to say it.
Sure, sure.
Do like that look
Um,
though. It's very shiny. I like it.
yeah, yeah, it's a good color. I love that that super saturated pink. Pound Coin says one of the big strengths is that it's been around forever and it's adaptable and can learn new parts recipes on the fly. I used it with daily needs and industrial overhaul, and it all works together flawlessly. That's nice. Industrial overhaul adds a ton of new stuff to the game, and a lot of deep changes to the way the game plays. I'm thinking two. I'm starting to wonder if two of these things are just overkill.
It doesn't matter what you think. You had
Sure, I
two
had instruction.
cargoes side by side. That's what you got to work with.
So if we want to go 6 wide, I could. Let's. Um. Yeah, I'm just gonna slap some squares on, and we're gonna just work with that for the moment. It might not be the prettiest, but this is what we're gonna work with. Because I just want to see what the width looks like at 6 wide. And
It'd be stable.
it's looking like. Yeah, looking like we need to come out this way with our chassis, and then it looks like we probably need to stabilize the rear with a 6-wheel setup, much like yours. Think that that should do. Yep. Okay.
Basically, build an oil rig on wheels with a big ass piston drill. Go around eating whole ore
Yep.
pouches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're probably gonna have
Kind
a drill on there because at this point, I just think it needs it.
I'm still pretty bad about building deep drillers that um that have just like way too much verticality. I wish I was better at making compact, deep drills.
Well,
And I've
why not? Here's the thing. Okay, let me just talk you through it. What I'm thinking.
no.
So on the back here, on one of these, or we could, bring something over and with a connector to both cargoes to a central point and have the drill come up, right? So we have connectors. Then up here you have a hinge, right, with a pistons going this way. Then over here you do two hinges with pistons going back this way, right?
Oh God.
Then you hit a button, it would raise it up. The two hinges at the top would already be having it facing down, or they don't have to be hinges. They could be, what are
Uh,
those transport things?
um, we have first time chatter. Pono124 says we will see his piston job. Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
you will. Yes,
It's
you
kind of.
will.
I'm already nervous hearing you describe this just because of the mechanisms we're gonna have to set up to get it to fold and unfold.
Oh no,
But
it's one button. One button. Maybe an event controller. I don't know.
Dropped a little farther that time.
That's how you get them on board. You just say, "Oh, an event controller. It'll do it."
You would.
I would.
What
I would
if
do
the
it.
front wheels aren't as wide? We'll try this. We'll try this.
Right or left?
Pound Clip says if you do end up making a massive mobile drill platform, there's a script on the workshop, the DAS, the driver assisting system. It will manage wheel settings in real time as velocity cargo mass changes. It makes life a lot easier. And if you throw on a speaker block, it also lets you add a reversing beam. No way. I've seen the script, but I haven't used it. I know which one you're talking about. Because I remember when that popped up, it hit like the top of the workshop there for a little while. I also have a skid script downloaded that I haven't tried yet, which I've always thought would be fun to do, like a proper tank skid kind of setup. Yeah. So this is kind of the basic chassis that I'm thinking here.
I need some plates.
It almost has like a little bit of a dragster vibe right now.
I swear we don't have any plates.
What kind of plates? Steel plates?
Yeah, I'm making them. I just need plates, man. No, I don't want that there. I want plates.
You know, I think I actually have Izzy's. I should probably set it up off screen. It's not fun to watch people set it up. But I think I actually have Izzy's installed, so that'll be something I do off stream. Maybe this after the stream. We'll see.
Ghost ride the oil rig.
Ghost ride the oil rig. Yep.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this, I can just use a T, I think.
You just got to get some flaming exhaust pipes sticking out the side of it, you know.
I just need a T. Need to turn it.
I love how this thing is like all pivoting on this super fragile battery block down here. That if anything was to come close to running into it, it would just explode in fear. Let's topple this whole thing over. Although, yeah, I guess we should probably put some batteries on here before something happens. Oh, let's see here. Let's centralize some of these batteries.
That is not what I wanted.
This thing is, we want this thing to drill and to store, but we're not going to process. We're basically going to bring it back and have the mothership, or I guess I can adjust the refineries to process everything, the mega refinery over there. So this thing doesn't necessarily need a whole lot of power, because it's a rover and it's just drilling and storing. Okay.
So then I need one of these.
How do you feel about building an even width design right now, as you're building this? I'm just curious.
Well, if it wasn't even, then this would be in the center, but I don't really have the problem with it. It just means that it's not
Program
going to
us.
be in the center.
Yep.
Okay.
I very well might put flaming exhaust pipes on this thing because I'm if I can pull off a kind of dragster look with for this cargo, I'll be happy. I think especially with the pink color, this could really work. We'll see how it turns out. We're just gonna go with what the build tells us to do, you know.
Hey, we listen to chat. Chat picks the color. We're using the color. Right? That's
Yeah,
what we do.
that's how it goes. End of story.
Come on. There you go.
It's so interesting that when you place blocks like pistons, the piston heads don't take the piston color, but when I do mine do. And I thought that was like a quality of life fix that they did not that long ago, but I don't understand why it doesn't work for you. That's so weird.
I don't know.
I'm gonna chuck my bottles in here. That way I don't have to wait for them to fill up. Grab a couple more. Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. I want you
Uh,
to be reversed. Thank you. I want you to be reversed.
all right, so yeah, there's probably going to be room to slap another programmable block in here somewhere. Yeah, we'll work it out later. We'll set up Issies later. For now, we're going to build the pink dragster cargo bot. I really wish you could make rover drones with the new AI blocks. I really hope that they expand on that in the future. And you can kind of get away with it if you put four directional thrust and don't put up and down on it. And then you set all your wheels to be skids, so they just frictionless, and you can thrust around that way, and it'll kind of hug the ground. But it's really buggy, especially when you try to work with like stuff with like collision avoidance, because it basically thinks it's constantly going to collide with the ground, which it kind of is.
We're going to do one of these, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got this thing so it can expand all the way up. Oh, I think okay. I think I see what you're doing here.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
I didn't die, but I'm probably gonna.
Health low.
Did you run out of H2?
Ran out of a lot of things.
Health
Here,
critical.
if you, oh, I see, yeah, you're hurting. I was gonna say, I have some bottles I could drop for you. Here you
I just
There you go,
gotta
buddy.
get insight. I don't want your bottles.
go. Oh, well,
If I
okay.
die, then it's more fun, right?
2 up, 4 to 5 down. That's a good idea, actually. Pono, yeah, Pono, I guess I should say. Pono 124 says perhaps 2 pistons up and then 4 to 5 down.
Yep, that's
So
what
you
I'm
could
going
have.
for.
That's what you're going for. Okay.
Yeah, off that
Okay.
hinge, that way we can go at an angle.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then you're going to put as many that will fit and still be able to. Well, they can stick out a little bit if we wanted to, but I was thinking down to the ground, whatever would fit. Now,
Okay.
the goal
Yeah, yeah.
is that it's going to fold to the front, that first hinge.
Yeah, it's gonna flop downwards and kind
Yeah.
of like meet up
It will center
somewhere in
the
here.
gravity a little bit better as we're driving, and then when you're done, you're going to hit a button, it'll raise it up, and then you have your hinge at the top, which will let you go at an angle if you want to, so you don't have to get as close.
Mm-hmm.
And then however many, I was trying to do the pistons, but I had to run back to the ship real quick.
You know, of all the games we've streamed, this is one of those streams that I feel like our chat interaction is so much fun because like this is one of those games where it's really fun to make suggestions, you know, to be like, oh, you should try this, or you should do this, or I did this and this worked. And I think for people playing the game, it's really nice to have people just feeding you ideas like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing it's one of the reasons why this game is like low key a really fun streaming game.
Well, that's why it's pink glamour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, This thing is definitely going to end up with some fire pipes on it. Okay, so we'll have to build up higher to get wheel wells if we want them, but I suppose a dragster kind of has like little mini wheel wells, so maybe we won't worry about that so much. I'm gonna say a dragster seat would be right about towards the center of gravity, maybe slightly back, like here-ish. So we have basically, if I'm understanding this right, we're going to be able to use this drill to gather resources, but what we might do is outfit the drill head with a connector on it enough that we could also use it as a boom connector.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because to unload this is another thing. Well, I guess we could just use the boom arm on the big crane that has like 5 pistons, I want to say. Kono124 says, what was your previous game? Prior to this, we were playing Valheim primarily. But we did 2 different series where we played all the way through. And the second time, we didn't quite get to the queen and beat her yet, but we kind of lost motivation, I think. Just because, yeah, after playing it the second time through and getting totally outfitted a second time around, kind of just lost its appeal. And I think we kind of got a little bit... I think building in that game kind of wears out after a while. You eventually get to a point where you feel like, okay, been there, done that. Whereas in this game, I feel like you can just... Yeah, you've seen that grind. Yeah, exactly. This game just feels like... You know, I'll lose motivation in this game, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a point where you get in this game where it's like, oh my god, I've done everything, and I just, you know, I'm not coming up with motivation to play it. But lately, and especially on stream, we tend to get the most interaction from our chatters when we play this game, and we tend to get a really, like, Space Engineers has this... really dedicated community of people who like genuinely really love this game, and it's crazy for a 10-year-old game to have like such a dedicated fan base. But like all the people we've run into on Space Engineers streams have been like super rad. Like, I mean, you think about like all the regulars, the people we've had in and out of here, like the streamers we've interacted with, like everyone, super cool people. And I think that's I think I like that. You know, it's like you play a game like Overwatch or something, you know, and it's just like stress, and even your chatter's almost like they like seeing you stress, right? It's like almost the reason to watch people play the game is to watch them get like stressed out about stuff. Nah, man, I just can't do that for very long. I wear out so fast on that kind of thing. I don't wanna like stress out when I'm playing my games. You know what I mean? I wanna have fun. Yeah, and this game is like, yeah. Besides the fact that the community is good, this game just in general has kept my motivation for so long. For what it's worth, I am currently at about 2,800 hours.
I'm not.
I think I'm just gonna chuck those in here. Maybe on the rear as well, we'll put some extra support. Maybe the weight isn't necessary, but yeah, we're gonna try to put some blast door support on the back, I think. We're gonna commit to blast door bumpers now. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I still love Overwatch. I mean, oh god, it's so hard to say that right now. I have so much. I still have so much hope in my heart for the game. I'm hoping Microsoft acquires it and puts a different kind of development team behind it, or fortifies the current development team. I don't know, but I want to see more money go into it and more focus on developing the game, because right now it feels just like a frustration simulator. And it's just too much. I just, especially if I'm going to be streaming, I'd rather have a community full of people who are like there to like give me cool ideas and help me with the stuff I'm building, than having, you know, people going like, haha, you lost 10 games in a row, and me going like, wow, I'm a piece of trash because I lost 10 games in a row. They're right, you know, like, oh god, those are such bad feelings. Can I part with these without losing the wheel? Yes, I can. I probably should have looked a little longer, but I feel pretty confident. Of course, frankly, like, I don't play a lot of competitive games. I play a lot of cooperative games, and Veggie's the same way. He'll let you know. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, The other guy in the stream that you're watching, that's Veggie. Just Veggin is his handle. If you want, you can go check out his side. He's streaming as well. Often we tend to co-stream, so you're always welcome to watch either of us.
And I'll put
But
his link in mine.
thank you, appreciate that. I realized I haven't pushed your stream in a while. Yeah, like I said, we're kind of like a two-man streamer team, where we almost always stream together. But he does do some Rocket League stuff that I don't do, and I also do Defenders and whatnot as well. So if you want to, if you're into Rocket League, you can check him out. I'm not sure if you're a Descenders kind of person. I feel like that's sort of a niche game, but that's sort of my cool down game. What I play when I just want to relax.
And thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it.
Nice.
Pound Cake said, I don't know if you read that. I'm not sure how long ago it was. One of the most effective blocks to use for weight to balance builds are batteries. They're real heavy, one by one, and they have their full mass, even unbuilt with just one plate in them.
Okay. All right. Good to know. So you can essentially use your batteries as you're putting your ship together, or your rover in this case, and use that to sort of like help control your center of mass. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
I don't think I can.
All right. So let's take a peek here.
I'm gonna have to change this a little bit.
Man, the dragster vibe is real. I think we're gonna commit to this being 4 wide. Okay, alright. I'm feeling it. I think that sticks out a little bit far for where the bumper is. We're definitely gonna smash that, so maybe we do a little stubby in the front instead. Here, let me see what that looks like.
What are you doing?
I guess we could use heavy blocks too, but yeah. Pinecoin says they often use stacks of unbuilt batteries to pull rovers back on their wheels rather than messing with the around with pistons. Yeah, that or just sometimes like long chains of armor blocks as like a big lever. I've been known to make a big lever and run into it to help push things around. Or even refineries. You can drop with a single steel plate, you can drop a refinery down, and they're huge. But the battery trick, I've never tried batteries for weighting and rolling stuff. I'll have to remember that. Since it's just one steel plate to put it down and you get all that mass. Speaking of mass, we'll turn off the display so we don't need to see the center of mass anymore. Actually, I don't dislike the little stubby front. Let me finish it off so I can get a better look. It's a little less dragster, but kind of almost like cute dragster now. We'll roll with it. Okay. Let's make sure that's queued up. It seems like it's ignoring that battery. I wonder if this script is just bad at queuing components for grids other than the primary grid. If it looks at this and it says, well, I'll help you with what I have in storage, but I'm not going to make stuff to help you. I wonder if that's what it is. Okay, we need to commit to the pipes now, I think, because now is the time. Let's see here. What can we get away with? So maybe like 3 up front like that. Oh, that's a little too close to that wheel though, isn't it? Yeah, the front one is, I think. I mean, this is probably a terrible idea, but we're just gonna roll with it for now because it's funny. So what I'm thinking is something like this. Make sure it's keeping on the same orientation. And then these things shoot flames when we drive, right? Yeah, Uh, I could have used conveyor pipes, I suppose, but these are just fine. Maybe it would have looked better to use like the curved pipes underneath you know, to curve out and back or something like that. But I don't know. I have that much room, so this will have to do for now. Let's see here. I wish you could set multiple pipes effect at once. I think you used to be able to do that, and I feel like they disabled it. Perfect. Thank you, Pono. I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're gonna just do, I think, fire and smoke. I think that's the way to go. Make it look like proper dirty exhaust, right? How's it look? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Okay. We're just going to flick these off for the moment. Maybe the thing is that when we're in the cockpit, we have an event controller turn them on. And then that way, when we're not in it, they're not just idling. And then set the power dependency really low, 1% or something like that. Movie worthy. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. It does feel pretty good to put together. We were talking about Mad Max sort of vibes to this, so yeah. How is your project going back here, Veggie, with the piston array?
Okay, I think I got the piston array done. Your
Okay.
bumper kind of made me have to stick it out a little bit farther, but that's okay. Um,
Oh,
my question is, for the drill, do you want a single drill that you'll just kind of like drill down, pull it up, move it a little bit, or do you want something that spins, or what are we thinking?
um, I'd say if you use the modded drill, a single drill head would be probably sufficient for us with this size of a vehicle. And I don't know that I'd put a spinning head on it. I'm worried about a spinning head clanging out.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I'm asking the question, because you know me. I would 100% put a spinning head on it if I thought it
Oh,
would work.
we need a name for this vehicle. There we go. I set all your pistons. I think he had most of them or all of them set. So all your pistons are
And PWNO124 said the single big, which is what we did.
the single big. Yep, yep.
Yeah. So I'm
Let's
going to
see.
go ahead
So
and
it's on. Perfect. Just make sure this one is not. Ah, beautiful. You set your inertia tensors properly, and I'm so proud of you.
well, you were busy.
No, it's great. It's great. It means you've learned the trick of it. You've got it in your head, you know?
Hmm.
Oh, my coffee is out. Oh man.
So we're going -1 up to there. So this should be 0.
We just need to make sure not to build anything that's going to land there. I kind of want to just build the seats like I want to find the center of mass and put the seats kind of right above the center of mass, and then just have this big front end. Maybe we just slap some hydrogen engines on here just for looks. Oh no, don't quick load. That
Yeah,
is not the button I
don't do
meant to
that.
press. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Speaking of, we ought to probably save while we're making a Clang monster. We
Might
ought to
be a
show
good idea.
the new people in chat our Wobble monster, by the way.
We
But
should
I
do
don't think
that.
these people have seen it.